That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Y'all know what time it is. We about to set it off. It's Thursday. That's what I said, the podcast. And we talking about incompatibility or some form of it. Y'all ready? Let's take off. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
We back. What's good?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
It's that time of the evening.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, it's that
we
time.
Are live.
Yes, we are. We live. So peace and love to y'all. Hope y'all enjoying your Thursdays. That's what I said, the podcast, where you know you're gonna get that real, authentic, specific way of how I deliver my content, no matter what it is. It's always gonna be real, raw, no matter what. And tonight should be no different. Tonight should definitely be interesting.
Right.
Like I said, I'm talking about incompatibility, and incompatibility as far as my definition, how I see incompatibility, and what people, I think, misunderstand when it comes to incompatibility. So what say you? What you got going on over there?
So I pulled up the word compatible, and the first term is the adjective, and it says able to exist or occur together without conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read that again.
Mm-hmm.
Able to exist or occur together without conflict.
So that's a definition of it.
Of compatible.
Well, I don't agree with that definition. And I'm going to say why. That's based on pure one-sidedness relationship. That's all you can get from that definition. Or computer, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
Right. Like I was the next little phrase is you can use the word compatible to describe two things that work well together, like your Nintendo and your television, or peanut butter and jelly.
right. I mean, so I guess we could start off like this as far as my thinking. You know, we've always had these relationships, or not necessarily, you know, relationship. Let's say, you've been on a date, or you're getting to know somebody, and they have that wit about them. They funny, and they are attractive to you. They have certain elements of the things you're attracted to. And it's like, you guys start talking, and you guys like the same things and like the same foods and diets and things of that nature. And then it's like some months go by, and now it's like you realize that, there's some things that he does or she does, habits, or just, who that person is, whatever the case may be. They may have, I don't know, they might chew loud or some shit. I mean, just, they might just, I don't know, like watch too much of a certain type of television channel or a particular TV show that is just dumb as hell or whatever. I mean, it's just certain things that this person does just irritates the hell out of you.
Right, right.
It's like all of a sudden it's like all the things that you guys were interested in and had the same interest in, and you thought this person was funny and smart. Now they do things that irritate the shit out of you and you can't stand being next to them.
Right.
It's like I'm confused.
Does that draw up the incompatibility, or does that draw up some potential things that need to be compromised?
Well, this is the thing. I don't necessarily think incompatibility is not a deal breaker to me. There has to be, like you said, some type of compromise. What's good? Banks in the building. But I also think that, you get in a relationship with someone, and a lot of the things that you are willing to settle for, not necessarily settle for. Let me change that.
Mm-hmm.
What you particularly are attracted to, and the things you like, and the things that interest you, this person may be like right up your alley, like right there in your lane.
Right.
And then it's like later, like, some months, maybe a year goes by, and then it's like certain things this person does is just like, you irritate the shit out of me.
I wouldn't say it's you per se. It's whatever that thing is that you're doing.
Right. It could be, it could be a thing.
Irritates the shit out of
Yeah, it could be a certain thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But how would this person know?
It can't be the whole person.
Well, it's not even that. How would this person know if you don't tell him?
True.
So it's like you just build up this
You have to.
love-hate relationship with somebody, but somehow you're so compatible. If you don't shut the fuck up, people get divorced because they say, "Oh, we were just too incompatible." Oh, he was compatible enough to get the draws
and to marry him
and to marry you, but all of a sudden this person now is incompatible. No, this person's been like this the whole time. This person's been like this the whole time. I'm confused. This person has not changed. And it's like, now you mad? You done been with him for 15 years. Now you mad? This the same dude you married. The same dude that swept you off. Oh, he changed. How did he change? Did he change because of something you not doing? Did he change because he changed?
Something you did.
That's what I'm saying. Is it something that you did? Or is it something that happened in a relationship? Or are you not observant enough to where this person was giving you clues? I mean,
all right.
Y'all can bring up cheating. Y'all can talk about all the different things y'all want to talk about. Mm-hmm. But something leads people to do the things that they do. And I'm not making excuses for people, but if you want relationships to work, there's no such thing as 100% compatibility. There's just not. I was just talking to my wife about this. There is no such thing.
No. There's absolutely no relationship that is 100% compatible across the board.
If everybody was 100%,
if there is,
no.
They need to tap in right now.
No. Yeah, period. I want to know.
Tap in.
I want to know. Ripley's Believe It or Not, please sponsor this. Bring their ass here. Someone that is 100% on paper and compatible. Yeah. I want to meet their ass. Like, I want to shake their hand, and I want to, like, have the whole conversation be made famous. Not me, just the conversation.
Right, exactly.
Because I'm sorry.
There cannot be.
People going to comment. People are going to say what they're going to say. I'm going to say what I'm going to say because I said what I said. Because at the end of the day, it's not.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Period. It's not, to me, it's not even a debate. People say that they're compatible. That may be true. Question I'm asking is, what's the compromise? I want to know what the compromise. What are you compromising? Like, what are you absolutely, unequivocally compromising in this relationship? Or what are you accepting as a compromise in the relationship? I want to know. Because to me, there's a lot of give and take, because you have to give, yes. But how much is this person taking?
True.
If they're not taking a whole lot, you can give a whole lot more. And sometimes people don't want to give what they've already been given because they're not getting shit in return. So we get into these relationships and saying, oh, we're compatible. No, you're compatible to your heart's content. All of a sudden, your heart's content feels like it didn't got pissed on because the dude that you fell in love with all of a sudden is a nasty motherfucker, because all he likes to do is fart in his sleep and take his clothes off where he goes to bed at, and then steps on them and complains because everything in his pockets be broke because he done stepped on them, or whatever the case may be.
Oh my God.
I mean, whatever the case may be. But like I said, don't come for me.
Shit.
Shit, go for them ain't shit ass relationships you've been in, because they ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Maybe it do. But we all have been in those relationships. We've been in those crazy relationships where all of a sudden, the person we thought was everything is just a lazy piece of shit, or they're just nasty, or they just don't care about just anything. It's like they want someone to wait on them hand and foot, but you guys had so many interests and likes and dislikes. And now all of a sudden, when 10 years have gone by, the same interest in things that got y'all together, y'all don't even do anymore or do together anymore. Maybe because it's born to that person, or maybe that wasn't a true interest. I don't know. I'm not a marriage counselor, not by no means. However, I have some experience. I have some experience that I've learned from, that I've severely learned from, because I was an asshole. I can honestly say in some marriages I was an asshole. Not all of them. Some. I'll take responsibility and say some. But nobody's perfect. Everybody learns from their mistakes, but at the same time, are those mistakes that you keep making repetitive? Because obviously you haven't mastered them if you're repeatedly doing the same shit all the time in relationships. Like somebody gets bored and they's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go cheat. And then they go cheat. The girl finds out, kicks him out. And then all of a sudden he goes to the girl's house that he was cheating with, because she knew that he was with somebody and been talking about it and blah, blah, blah. And it almost seems like he purposely wanted to get caught so he can move in with the girl. And then guess what happens? Damn, where's my Genuine song? What's so different? And he does the same shit to you. And the other girl don't know it because y'all not communicating and saying, he just did this to me. Shit, he did the same thing to me that he did to you. Holy shit. Da 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 da. We gotta warn this girl. No, y'all ain't doing that shit. All y'all do is sit around there.
I was just about to say, how do you communicate with the other female?
This day and age, you got Facebook.
But at that point, why would you want to?
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Why would you want to communicate with the other?
Because y'all can heal. It's not about trauma bonding. It's about healing and checking on each other. Yeah, you can have this disdainment for somebody because you didn't had sex with this person, and you had sex while he was in a relationship with this person, and you mentally okayed it because he said it was toxic when really it wasn't. He was just tired of the same old shit. That's all it was. He was just tired. He was tired. People don't want to mature. They don't want to compromise. They get tired. And it's like you are tired of what? You can't say you're tired of being loyal because you weren't being loyal. So what are you tired of? And people say it's the same old shit. Then why be in a relationship when you know you're going to get tired of it? It's like you can talk to a cheater the same way they're treating themselves to other people. It's like you disrespecting yourself and the person you cheating on.
And the person you cheated with.
Well, no, you didn't hear me. You disrespecting yourself because first off, you go into the outside of the relationship. That's the first disrespect. The first disrespect was that. The second disrespect is the fact that you are in a relationship. So it's like, what are you mentally trying to do to better any relationship if that's your routine to do every damn relationship?
Mm.
So it's like people have no problem saying that, you know, I'm compatible with who I'm with and we're going to be together forever. And that's absolutely great. But I absolutely, like I said, will ask that same couple that says that we're all compatible. Yeah, you are. What you compromising? Or what are you accepting as a compromise from which this person, you know, whatever they're doing? Because you have to compromise. There's certain things that, you know, you don't like, or it's not necessarily you just don't like, you don't agree with.
Right.
And
because you're not going to have the same religious beliefs in most instances. You're not going to have the same political beliefs.
You might. I mean, there's a slim chance
right.
you might.
You might,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like everything that you like, you're never going to find your equal.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I think the biggest challenge, this is just my opinion, y'all. I just think the biggest challenge for any couple, when they're incompatible, okay? This is with any couple. The biggest challenge is communication. It's communication. Because when you're different, it's okay. When you're different, that means this person's thinking is not the same way you think.
I was just
So it's hard to understand their perspective when you don't even understand the person you're talking to.
right. I was just gonna say,
But if
your thinking is not the same.
But it goes without saying that communication starts with listening. Communication starts with listening. It doesn't start with talking. It starts with listening. It's like you will learn so much more about somebody when you listen that you would hope that person does the same with you. It's like being transparent is being transparent with someone that listens when you're transparent. Not judging, not looking quick to respond, just to listen. But see, if you are incompatible, some people just want to be heard.
Yeah.
Some people
hear their own voice.
Yeah, some people just want to be heard. Some people just want to win the argument. Some people just want to win the argument. There's some people that don't want to talk at all. They're backed up against the corner all the time. They feel threatened. They don't want to speak.
Yep.
They don't like conflict. So it's like, how do you learn to communicate with those different types of people? And it's not even an understandable thing when you're not even trying to listen to this person.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to understand because I can't. They irritate me. And it's like, you ain't got the time or the energy to listen to the person that you say you're in love with. I'm confused. Like, whose relationship are you truly in? Or are you in one? I mean,
damn. They said, "Are you in one?"
I mean, okay, so with that,
Whew.
what do you got?
So, I guess because you and I had kind of talked about this before, we came on the air. And I guess my question would be to the listeners is, how many red flags are y'all overlooking?
I mean,
or are you even seeing them?
I don't know. I'm not going there. I'm really not. That, to me, a lot of people are not looking at red flags.
But why?
Some people are lonely. Some people, it's not that people are not going to look for red flags. I'm like I said, I'm not a relationship counselor, a marriage counselor, or anything like that. I only can base off experience. Mm-hmm. And my experience with that is this. I don't agree that being compatible means that you don't disagree.
Oh, true. 100% true. Because there's always going to be some form of a disagreement in any relationship you're in.
So if
regardless.
But if that's the case, then what you just said, if someone can see the red flags, they're not looking for red flags. They're compromising the red flags to be happy. Their definition of what happy is. Some people just want somebody there.
Yeah, they just want a companion.
And it's like you can't have companionship if you don't have that person. You're not compatible with that person.
I was just about to say
compatibility has something to deal with that companionship. I'm sorry, it just does.
Right.
But you can't say that love like they say love conquers all. Mm-hmm. Because literally, even when people don't think it can happen, it really does happen. It comes together so beautifully, it just happens. But see, some people, their idea of love is not about companionship and and compatibility. It's how incompatible somebody is with them sometimes brings them closer, because they don't want somebody to be 100% compatible with them. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
it's almost like that opposite attract thing.
Well, yeah, they had different, what movie they had. I mean, not even movie. Well, it did come out in the movie, but it was a sitcom, The Odd Couple. Mm-hmm. And even though it was about two men and shit like that, that's not the whole thing. The thing is that it was centered around two different people.
Right. Two different
best
views.
Friends that were completely incompatible. Mm-hmm. So same thing in relationships. I mean, you get in relationships and then it's about compromise. Some people understand that it's compromise. You can compromise a lot to be, in an effective relationship, or say that you're in an effective relationship. But then it's more difficult when a lot of times incompatibility is the source of how you communicate, or I wouldn't necessarily say communicate. It's more of what you're attracted to. Sometimes your compatibility is not compatible with a lot of other people. Who cares? We're incompatible by birth. We don't come out the womb liking the same things that everybody likes, or eats the same things that everybody eats, or wants to do the same things that everybody. We're all different.
Yeah.
We all think different. We all eat different. We all smell different. We all do some people are funky, but that's not the point. The point is we all have different aspects of who we are.
And that's just like twins.
Well,
they do have some different aspects, some different views. They don't always think or act, dress, and all that the same.
Right.
They really truly have their own mindset in what they do for themselves. It's not always about their twin and what they do together all the time.
Right. That's true. That's true. I think it goes a little bit different than that too. I mean, even in relationships, certain relationships that people have, you have relationships that are what people may think is incompatibility when the two people are very, compatible. And it could be physical, it could be racially, it could be socially, economically, financially, by all means, and it's physically. So there's so many different parameters, but people want to fit in to their own compatibility square that they believe other people should be when they're not. It's like, how the hell are you gonna tell somebody to be happy in a relationship when you ain't even in one? Or someone that is actively looking to be in a relationship is getting advice from someone that doesn't want to be in a relationship.
Huh? What?
I think she just looking for a friend.
Huh? What?
I'm gonna make your relationship fail so we could be closer together and be trauma bonding buddies. What?
No.
I'm just saying. So
No.
the cross fertilization of compatibility is compromise, my opinion, because compromising helps fertilize the incompatibility you have in a relationship, because it gives you an opportunity to accept someone for who they truly are. And what you're compromising is that love you share for that person, because nothing can break that. Because you're going to compromise certain things people are going to compromise, but then some people get in this, I'm tired of compromising.
Yeah.
I'm tired of compromising. And I tell people it wasn't a true compromise then. Because compromises help fertilize the incompatibility. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. It is the fertilizer, one of the fertilizers. But that's why I say it's the cross fertilization, because when you really look at relationships, how they are, how they form, regardless if they're, intimate relationships or just great friendships, a lot of times they're built on common areas. Y'all might have the same likes. Y'all might have the same food likeness. You might like each other for how silly each other are when they're around each other. I mean, it's certain things that you absolutely love about this person and like about this person and like their atmosphere that, nothing can break that. But there's certain things you may compromise in that friendship or that relationship where you might have a girlfriend and be like, this bitch is always broke, but I love her to death. And we have so much fun when we're together.
Right.
But it's like, I can't help her get money or make money because blah, 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 blah. And then, guys, you might have a friend of yours that always wants to go out to the club and dude is always funny and always has a good time when he goes out, but he ain't never got no money. So it's like you have this compatibility with people,
right?
Friends, like I said, relationship doesn't matter. And you still are friends with certain people because what you compromise to accept from that person and still continue to have them in your life and still be friends with them is something that you hold to yourself, and you try to get this person to either change, fix, do whatever, or you decide not to be friends with this person no more, or you decide not to be with this person anymore.
Yeah.
So what I'm talking about is that it has to be a cross fertilization, because you have to allow yourself the true patience to absolutely say, I accept this person for who they are. That's 100% that is 100% compatibility, because you are completely honest with them and what you're, compromising or whatever. And they may be the same with you. But the respect you guys have to not push the boundaries of disrespect or push just because you're an asshole or whatever to get on this person's nerves, it's like you're willing to accept that this person is compromising something that they don't like in you, and you can't make this person accept it. They may just throughout time accept it. They may just, through time accept it because that's just who you are. And they will never, question it again. It's like, no, that's his thing. Let him do his thing. I mean, like, I could be watching TV and something that I really like, and Connie don't like that. She gonna take her ass upstairs.
Yep. Or downstairs.
Or stay downstairs.
Yeah, one or the other.
One of the two things is gonna happen. And it's like,
yep. It's
never just, I don't want to watch that. Let's watch something else. I was watching it first. No, it's never that.
No.
It's
I'm watching that?
You watching that? Bet. All right, cool. I'm gonna get some snack on. All right, bet.
I'm gonna go over there.
I mean, but if it's something that,
and sometimes even if it doesn't interest me, I might just want to be in the room with you just because I like being with you.
Right. I mean,
for real.
I don't trip. I could be down there watching the dumbest shit on TV, and she's down there. Really?
Yeah.
This is what you watching?
And
she will sit next to me, and we'll sit there, and I'll be watching that shit for like literally. I was on YouTube watching fucking tornadoes.
Yeah.
Like,
and then we pulled that shit up on the TV.
Yeah, I was watching it on my iPad. We were sitting on the side porch. It's a true story, y'all.
Yep.
And literally, I took the iPad and mirrored it to the TV. Well, I tried to, and it didn't work because it was on two different networks, and I didn't want to switch it. So I pulled up YouTube on the TV and then pulled it up on TV and started watching it on TV.
And we watched it for hours.
And yes, I have a big fascination with tornadoes, y'all. Like, I really do. Like, I deep down inside, I wanted to be a storm chaser.
I was just finna say.
I don't see black people storm chasing.
Cedric is a weatherman.
I literally,
true.
Like, I'm just being real. Being dead real with y'all. Like, for real.
Nerds the fuck out.
I seriously, I produce music and I do that in my free time or whatever, but when I'm not doing a podcast or I'm not on Clubhouse or I'm not looking at cryptocurrency or, trying to find something decent to look at on BET or BET Plus, or if I'm just upstairs playing my game, like, no shit, I will watch tornadoes all day long.
Yep.
And I've always wanted to know them, just growing up in Kansas City, Missouri, and trying to figure out, like, what they are, not just because they're destructive forces of nature or whatever. It's just the fact, I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, yep. It's in the family. Your uncle's nickname was Tasmanian Devil, Tornado. Just a little inside of your uncle. I absolutely believe that, and Carol, I really do.
That's wild. That's wild.
But
no, for real, like you kind of get in your little nerd out zone or whatever you want to call it, and for me, transparency.
I mean,
I was in the vehicle with my two children and my ex-husband driving through Texas in the Panhandle, and it was nighttime. I was driving, and there was a fucking tornado, and I didn't know what to do except pull over, put my ex-husband in the driver's seat, albeit he had been driving for a while. And I was like, look, you got to drive. And I flipped out, literally crying, carrying on. We pulled off, couldn't get under the underpass because so many other vehicles were there.
Well, that's not where you want to be at during a tornado, by the way.
So we pulled behind these tractor trailers that had pulled off the off-ramp from where we could see. Because, I mean, it was pitch black. And those winds were intense and ridiculous. And like I said, like tornadoes for me, that instantly put a fear in me that did not make me want to drive ever again.
Right.
Like literally. From that point on, I literally did not drive, but only to very minimal spots where there was not a lot of traffic and external things happening.
Right.
Because I just lost it.
Well, I can honestly say
but
that.
Now, watching it on TV with you, It's a different thing.
That's TV though. I mean, it's not the reality, and I can tell
Right.
you,
I get
it's a different reaction you have to have when it's in reality than watching it on TV. I mean, you can have the fascination of it on TV, or the pure disdainment or disbelief of Mother Nature and how powerful it is, and understanding the weather and how it flows and everything else. And it was like I had to explain how the smoke was coming down here because of the winds and the jet stream pattern, and it's
Right.
Trying to explain it and having someone understand it is
I was just gonna say
two different things. So it's like I'm glad that I know what I know. If I was a meteorologist, then it would totally be a nerd out
be your
experience.
element.
But
That'd
I
be
mean,
your
yeah, it would be
element.
my element, but that's not something I would particularly. I don't want to be on TV doing all. No, I want to have like my own like YouTube channel, and I'm facilitating storm chasing and I get funding, and I have my own weather shit going on. I got a weather station at the house. It's like I don't need all that. That was a dream. Like even when I was in the Navy, I was like, oh, I'm gonna own my own weather station and be able to just do that and nerd out on weather. And it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I have to think about reality. But reality is that sometimes those can be hobbies, and those hobbies can be expensive, and
right.
I like money, but I don't like to be broke either. So I knew that this is an expensive hobby, and when I get the funds to fulfill that, I will. Because trust me, I have lots of things that I like. However, the conversation that we were getting, well, it's not even what we're getting to. It's kind of what we're at right now. Is the compatibility piece, and it's not even a compromise, because some things I think, yeah, my wife compromises with, but I also think that those are not things that is just like really again,
Right.
And that's what we got to understand. We have to understand that compromise is helping you understand that we are all different. Not all things are compatible.
Correct.
We're incompatible, just who we are. It's just how much we accept from someone that is incompatible, so that we can do what we need to do.
Thanks, Aunt Carol. We love you too.
I love you too, Aunt Carol. You take care, and tell Cousin Henry we said hey, and Uncle, hey, Uncle. But I think it goes without saying. Sometimes we have to accept the fact that people are going to be who they are. It's nothing bad. That's just what it is. It's what we can accept.
Right.
And if we accept those things, we can't complain about those things later. It's the only time we can complain.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't, yes. But the only time we should complain is when this person is not taking responsibility for certain things that you're compromising with. And some of those things that you're compromising with might be a lot of things that you say that I said I would never accept this, but I did because of who it was, and I love this person, but this is getting excessive. So it's like there may be a habit that this person is doing that is like, that person's cognitive dissonance is just dumb as hell right now. It's just like, you can't keep doing this. Yet the person keeps doing it. So it's like either you pay for help for this person, or you just, I don't know. It's a hard decision. Sometimes you got to make those hard decisions because you love yourself. I just think at the end of the day, we all can do better. We all can be happy. And those that are already happy, you just share that, the information I would just say, share it. It should be an open conversation to want to help people have better relationships. That's just my opinion. We have gotten comfortable of wanting to just stay to ourselves and keep our personal business to our personal business. I'm a strong believer in that. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm about to say what I was about to say, because I've been just giving too much information. You got anything for the people before we get up out of here, babe?
Oh my goodness. I'm over here really trying not to laugh out loud in my mic, but
You can. I don't know why we're not in the library.
I know. I'm trying to be respectful of our listeners because you know my laugh.
Okay, but that's not the point. The point is we have the freedom to speak and yell.
Yes,
and do
I know.
whatever. So carry on.
Anywho, the only thing I have is, be true to you, and if you are in a relationship, don't sell yourself short and don't over compromise. Look at your compatibilities and see everything for what it is. Other than that, have a fabulous weekend.
I'm going to get a today button on my damn thing.
Anywho, have a great weekend, y'all. I'll be back on Tuesday. Peace.
So, y'all know what it is. So, look, I think it's, I didn't want to display my thoughts when it came to this topic, but I needed something that kind of could show y'all how I think. And the reason why is because y'all have to have a better understanding of who your host is that you follow, you listen to, and hopefully, take the time to listen to the podcast and you download it and, just subscribe and do what you got to do on my YouTube page. And you've been on the merch site and bought, some gear and you support your boy. So it's like, you got to be a little transparent so that your audience can know who you are. So I needed so y'all can know who I am. And that's the main reason why we did this podcast tonight, is to open the door a little bit so y'all can see who it is. And it's me, host of That's What I Said, your boy Cedric D. Sanders. I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode. And I hope y'all learned something, not just about me, but just, the idea of what incompatibility really is. Sometimes we get comfortable in things that we shouldn't be comfortable in. Be comfortable with you and taking the time to listen to That's What I Said. Thanks for listening, y'all. We see y'all next time on Tuesday. Peace and love. We out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
Bitch, what? You eat ass with a baby spoon.
That's what he said.